host Kiara, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to talk about love. Well, not only the romantic side of love, but also self-love. And this is supposed to be the part 2 of the assumptions and facts about me video, but it turns out that most of their questions are about love. So I decided, why not? Let's just focus on that topic. Well, it is still about a fact about me, since the questions are also referring to how or what is my take on love. So without further ado, let's get on the video. I wrote the questions in my notebook, so I will just read them to you and I will answer. So, their first question is on self-love. How do you handle your greatest insecurities? Well, for me, I handle these insecurities mainly by accepting them, embracing them, that I have these certain qualities that I am conscious of, or if that I am insecure about. It's just that it is also important that we do not really dwell onto those that we don't have, but instead appreciate of what we have. So that's it. Are you ready to enter a relationship? Well, I am not closing any doors for love to happen in my life again. If it comes, then it comes. If it doesn't yet, then I will have more time to dedicate to myself, to my friends, to my family, or basically to the people who are significant to me. And I am also not in a rush when it comes to these things. So basically, I will just take my time. What are the qualities are you looking for a boyfriend? Well, there is not pretty much strict qualities. It's just that I prefer someone whom I can vibe with, wherein we have the same energy or aura towards the things we are passionate about. And it's also good to have someone whom you could share your interests to, and who is very open-minded about what you like, and he would accept me for the way I am. And another quality is that for this person to have good values, because if there is one thing that I am very much attracted to a person, is that his attitude on how he deals with situations, you know, and someone who is just proud to have me. And and also another quality is that someone who knows how to treat me right. Well, not only me, but also to the people whom I value the most. What is your biggest regret in life? Biggest regret? Well, I can't really say a specific scenario or circumstance, but I will describe it in a more general way. So probably the most biggest regret that I had is for not doing enough when I know that I could actually do more. You know, like you know that you can do better, but it turned out that what you do is just lack of effort. And it's just so sad that I was hesitant to take on that level of effort from what I envision of, you know. Why are you single? Maybe because I still haven't found someone whom I am willing to risk for in love again. And besides, I am happy as to where I am right now. I have more time to devote to myself, to my friends and family, and also I am not in a rush to enter into a relationship, you know. Like, I am just taking my time, making myself a better person each day. So if that person or the right person will come along in my life, then I will be ready. I will be ready. Okay. How or when can you say that you've fallen in love with someone? In my opinion, maybe is that the amount of care that you've shown to this person gets overwhelming. I mean, like, you tend to worry about this person every time, and that you cannot just get rid of this person in your thoughts. Like, he or she is always present in there, and that whenever you look at this person, like, what will register in your mind is, wow, this person is amazing. Like, despite all of his or her flaws, you still tend to accept him or her for who he or she really is. And I think that's beautiful. Do you believe in destiny? Yes, I do believe that there is someone out there for everyone. And I also believe that love has no time frame. I mean, it does not have to be rushed. It has to be taken time. And if that time hasn't come yet, then continuously make yourself a better person. So when love arrives, then you will be able to know how to value it more, appreciate it, handle it with care, coated with maturity and rationality. And yeah, that's just it. How can you say that love is true? In my opinion, love is true when you are willing to go the extra mile for that person. Like, you will move away from your comfort zone in order to keep up with that person. You know, like, you support each other's growth, and that you cannot see anyone to be with you but only that person. You know, like, quality really matters in a relationship, and it is very important that you see this person in your future, because if you don't, then what's the point of entering it in the first place? Do everyone deserve a second chance? Well, yes, I think everyone deserves a second chance, but it also depends on the intensity of the reason why they lost it in the first place. You see, you just have to weigh your decisions well. I mean, you have to really think of it if that person deserves that second chance. If he or she does, then go for it. If not, then might as well take a rain check on that. What will you choose? The person who loves you or the person you love? This is kind of like a tricky question, but in just my opinion, I do not like it or to be involved in a love that is half-hearted. I mean, if you are confused, then take time to assess within you, like, if where you are comfortable or if where you are happy, then choose that path. I mean, do not decide half-heartedly, because when it comes to love, you have to really invest in. You have to there is so much that you have to invest, and I think if you invest on something that is so-so or 50-50, then better if you will just take your time, just as to not hurt both parties. How to prove someone that you are still into them? All it takes is for you to show this person how much you really care about him or her. I mean, there is nothing wrong if you just acknowledge what you feel. I mean, you don't invalidate what you feel, express it. But if it so happened that this person is already happy with somebody else, then I think the best you can do is to support this person as to where he or she is happy. Would you agree with this passage? To know more is to love you less. I beg to disagree, because loving is looking beyond the imperfection. And it should be that the more you know, the more you want to keep this person in your life. What can you say about the dynamic relation with how most strong, smart, independent women settle for mediocre men? There is more than what meets the eye. Maybe because these women saw deeper things about this man. I mean, it doesn't mean that he is mediocre enough. There is nothing special about this person, right? And probably also that this person values them like no one else could. So yes, and I don't even think that there is a mediocre kind of person. I mean, all of us is special in our own ways. What are the top 5 things that you do that make you feel empowered and fulfilled? The top 5 things that I do, first is self-affirmation. It is important that we say something kind to ourselves every day, because in this way, this will help boost our self-confidence and self-esteem. Second is independence. There's just something about independence that makes me feel fulfilled in such a way that it gives me confidence that I can do things by myself and that I can rely on myself in doing such. Third is writing. I may not be the best when it comes to writing, but it is just very comforting whenever I do, since for me it is a way of validating and acknowledging my feelings by expressing it through this method. Fourth is whenever I make a difference, no matter how small it is. For me, it is more than just rewarding whenever I impact another person's life. I mean, who could have thought that your advice or your experiences being shared to another person could actually change this person's point of view on how they see life, you know? Like, it is actually more of an honor, and that just makes me feel more empowered and fulfilled. Lastly is whenever I pray. This makes me more assured, you know, that there is someone, there is God, who is always there to remind me that I am not alone in this journey, and that I always have strong roots in which I can stand onto, in which I can hold on to. And I think that is just beautiful to think about, you know, to actually have someone who is willing to listen to you, no matter how drama you are or no matter how happy you become. And yeah, I guess that's just it. So that is all for today's video. I hope you learned something, and if you have anything or any suggestions that you would want me to tackle on or discuss about, then please leave it down below on the comment section. See you on the next vlog. Bye!